On Egret Lane, that's where we are, folks.
3245.
Okay. Name is what?
I'm Marlise.
Marlise is here, waiting for our 2 additional passengers, and the pilot's name was Chuck, right? We're on the 200-kilo whiskey flight, ready to go, waiting for 2 additional people with guest passes. The planes look like. You got 3 wheels on each pontoon. A nice climb up to the seat, and away you go. Got a couple of them here. We made it there finally. This was a lucky thing. I'm on the Dry Tortugas National Park here in the Gulf of Mexico. I'll take a couple shots of the brochures that they have on display and give a feeling for what the park looks like. Here's a lighthouse built into the fort, and I'll just scan. This is the courtyard. Some picnic areas and presentation areas. There's only one ranger on the park. He doesn't do any guided tours. There's a gun room's little sign. You can stop and read that, and some of the portholes where the guns were put in. Now we know what a bastion is. I wonder if that's where Sebastian comes from. That is what a bastion is right there. And they get the bastions. When you get 2 of them, you got a field of fire from the various bastions to cover the whole area. And here's some of the propellants that they shot out of the cannons, both round and bullet shaped. Here was the sliding of the cannon shot, came back in, and then could reload. Out through one of the fires. This is where it drew some fire during Civil War, right after the Civil War period. Okay, I'm going to scan the courtyard area and give you a view of what some of the barracks. They've done a lot of reconstruction here. Look at the, I don't know if it's concrete or granite support that they put on the walls because they were all crumbling. But what did it say? 16 million bricks? A lot of brickwork action here. A lot of masons worked here for a long time. Never completed this fort. Here's another view of the lighthouse and the courtyard. Unsafe area. Don't go in here, it says. But it gives you a feeling for the place. The flame tree, it's not in bloom right now, of course. Inside the magazine, getting an echo in here, neat. This is where the ammunition was stored in the big magazine enclosure. Look at the fruit on this cactus. Is this amazing? Look at that. Just fantastic. Behind the cactus is the magazine dome, as you can see. I guess they left it open for ventilation, but a hit in there could have been disastrous. Now we know where the term hotshot comes from. You heat up the projectiles, and then they would, hitting a wooden ship, potentially cause it to catch on fire. Shot furnace right behind this sign. Well, I've just come up 3 flights of stairs to get to the top level, and I'll scan half of this before I turn into the sun. Here's the lighthouse again. The original cannons. It's a front loader. Probably shoot something out about a mile. And that's the ocean on the other side. I was going to go snorkeling today. I've got snorkeling gear from the plane ferry service, but it's a little chilly. Wind is blowing about 10 to 15 mile gusts. There's another lighthouse on another, whoops, that's another lighthouse about not 5 miles, maybe shot of the hotshot furnace through one of the gun ports looking into the interior courtyard. Here's the moat. I'll just shoot over this sign. A little bit about natural decay of the whole area. And I'm shooting into the moat. And beyond the brick wall of the moat is the Gulf of Mexico. Can take a shot of this and stop it here. Some of the blackened soot from the iron wall that kept the blast of the gun from coming back at the gunners. They made mention that behind every bulge in the wall there's an iron partition. You can see some of the remains of the iron partition here, looking from the second story down at the first level. Here's the second level of guns, and this must have been where they had some other guns up at the top there. Not sure what that was all about. Chapel that is sitting in a bastion area. It's not really been used. Where the 2 residences of the island live, a bookstore guy, civilian, and a national park ranger. Got a little grill out. Looking through one of the portholes of the gun emplacements, just to give you a feeling for what that's from the inside and outside. And another view. This is the former iron gate. It's the lighthouse. It's right on line with the lighthouse that I photographed before, about a mile. The surgeon that took care of the assassinator of Lincoln was imprisoned here for 4 years, and then became the ship's doctor, and was given a pardon when the malaria or the yellow fever epidemic broke out for a second time. It was not a happy place. It became a dungeon, not by plan, but when the Civil War broke out, this was part of the prison, Civil War prisoner. Whoever entereth here leave all hopes behind. And then here's the Dr. Mudd plaque. Here in 1865, and he left by pardon on February 1869. There's another view looking out across the moat from Mud Cell, so we had a scenic view. There's the ranger going in. Down there on your woodworking machine just now.
Making a screen door.